So I was participating in Chip Does This live stream, reminding everyone about Gannon Daddy's existence. So, normal-ish time. Then I remembered something. I made a Gannon Daddy design. It was part of the Gannon Daddy animation I made, but I cut it. I still have the design in my files. Well, time to abandon all projects. I have an obligation to release this Gannon Daddy design, so here you go. Now let me explain my design process. First things first, he ain't hot. I'm sorry. I tried. I really tried. But I couldn't make it happen. I don't think stick figures are meant to be hot. But hey, to at least try to alleviate some of the pain, he has a dad bod, because Gannon Daddy. Name. I'm bringing this up because there are some people that use one end, like the original Gannon, and some people like me who suck at spelling, using the two ends. I decided, since he's his own character, it would make logical sense that he'd have a different name. So, Gannon Daddy, the chip stick figure version, the better version, has two ends in his name. Crown, because he's the king of demons. That's a pretty common title for the inferior, more pathetic Gannon. The slitted eyes and the tusk things are inspired by boars, which is a pretty common inspiration for some designs of the inferior Gannon. And the red, which is a pretty common design motif of the inferior Gannon. I think you guys are sensing a theme here. Like, this is kind of how it works. Better ideas come from previous ideas. We build upon better things to achieve perfection. The glorious luscious locks of our king, Gannon Daddy, was inspired by the pretty easy fight in normal mode on Breath of the Wild, but one of the hardest fights I ever had in Breath of the Wild in Master Mode. Daddy. Robe. Figured it fit him. Some of his incarnations had a robe in the past. Kind of think it fits the dad bod situation he got. And the triangle on the robe is inspired by Triforce. Zelda. Makes logical sense. And the last thing I care to mention is the fanny pack. Again, he ain't hot. I have to lean a bit more into the dad bod type of things, and for some reason, fanny packs are associated with people with dad bods. And that's it. He's just a tall, memeable man that is also the best Gannon. Before we move on with our lives, I do have a request for the people that actually care about Gannon Daddy. One, help me make this a meme. I'm still salty about the cursed audio how to animate, and I want to keep on my promise and make this a full-fledged meme, so if you care about my revenge, help me out. Two, let me know if this actually becomes somewhat well-known. I don't really have much access to social media websites out of YouTube. Partially out of choice, partially out of parents. And it would be kind of depressing if this became somewhat well known and I had no idea about it. 3, someone please make this design into a meme. Utopia needs to happen, and Gannon Daddy must be a main character in it. Maybe the person that made the chip me can make the Gannon Daddy one. That would be very cool. But even if the person doesn't, we need this to be a me. Alright, time to get back on the projects I completely abandoned for this video to come out. Thank you people from the chip chat that cared about this. This feels kind of cool. And a good amount of my videos are animating audio from this channel. Kind of poorly, but it's a novelty because I'm the only person I know that has done this so far. So, if you're interested, stick around. Oh my goodness, it is finally done. I bought a new microphone for this and everything. Whew. This is the biggest and longest video I've ever made. Well, not longest, it was the second longest because the first one I made I had no concept of editing. This one I do, not the end screen, but still. I have a list I want to go through before I leave. I have heard there's a person named Chris Neves, that is also anime from the Chip Does This channel, which is nice. If that's true, I won't be alone anymore. And if any of you guys feel inspired to animate the Chip videos, I recommend starting with the Jackbox playlist. There is so much chaos to unfold there. And that's pretty much it. I will show a high definition Gannon Daddy design for all of your main purposes, and sorry for the people that don't care about this. This is obviously geared to a specific audience. I hope the two people that care about my animations can at least enjoy the new techniques I used. So, goodbye. I love you all.